What's up, family? Trail here, and today we have not so good news coming out of Washington because the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell just increased interest rates once again. But on the flip side, there was a huge amount of jobs being added for the month of October. Now, in addition to that, good news on the front of stimulus relief aid for Americans because there has been about $13 billion approved for low-income Americans. Plus, we have new information about some $350 cash payments for one particular state. I have the details to share with you today in this video. But before we get started, guys, hey, you already know what to do. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now, let's go ahead and start with the video. Well, guys, it is official. Yes, the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell announced earlier this week that he is raising the interest rates one more time, and this time another 75 basis points for the fourth time this year. Guys, he is pretty much pushing us into a recession. This is crazy, guys. And he also talked about how he's probably going to have to raise interest rates once again next month for the month of December. So again, guys, that could be the fifth time in this year. He is super aggressive right now, in which he is raising these interest rates basically just to try to continue to lower inflation. But so far, guys, it is not working. Yes, guys, we did hear from the Federal Reserve on Wednesday, in which he hiked interest rates by 0.75 percentage point, pressing even harder on the brakes of the economy in a scramble to slow down inflation. The Federal Open Market Committee, the panel and the Fed officials responsible for monetary policy, boosted the central bank's baseline interest rate range to a span of around 3.75 to 4%. It is the fourth consecutive time of 75 basis points interest rate hike that has been issued by the Fed, and the sixth interest rate increase since the month of March. So yes, guys, like I said, he is pretty much pushing us into a recession. And obviously, guys, if you ask Americans all around the world, they are saying that around 2 out of 3 individuals are saying that the United States is in a recession, according to the latest survey. Now, it says that nearly 2/3 of registered voters believe that the U.S. economy is currently in a recession, according to a new Politico Morning Consult poll that was ran. About 65% of respondents indicated that they believe that the economy is already in a recession, compared to 22% who said the opposite of that, which we don't know those particular 22%, guys, because obviously, guys, if you look around, yes, we are pretty much headed or in a recession as of now. And Republicans were more likely to consider the economy to be in a recession, with 81% saying so, compared to 63% of independents, and 51% of the Democrats say that we're pretty much in a recession. So yes, guys, we already know that is exactly what is going on right now. And guys, the Fed, they are pretty much the ones that are responsible for this. They are continuing to raise these interest rates to go ahead and slow down the inflation in this country. But anyways, guys, it's hard to say that we are pretty much in a recession when we see news like this, guys. Yes, for the month of October, private companies added around 240,000 jobs last month, guys. And yes, this is up almost 50,000 more than we had in the month of September. So yes, guys, when you look at, we are entering into a recession, but then we have a stellar month like October. The stock market went up around 14%, and jobs added 240,000 jobs. Yes, guys, those two are just not lining up together. But yes, guys, we know the truth. We know exactly what is happening out there, and they're trying to hide it, guys. We are pretty much in a recession. But anyways, guys, the month of October, like I said, was pretty stellar according to the ADP reports. And again, guys, we were just continuing to see how this all plays out, but we are still waiting on the federal government to provide some form of help for the American people, the low-income American people, that is, as well as all Americans, guys. We need President Biden and Congress to do something about it. But anyways, guys, hey, over the past 6 months, guys, we have seen mortgage rates pretty much go up because of the Fed Chairman raising the interest rates. And yes, guys, this is the first time that we are seeing the mortgage rates actually go down. Yes, guys, it says right here that the mortgage rates dipped slightly, just a little bit, guys, last week for the first time in more than 2 months, amid the Federal Reserve's ongoing fight of the inflation. According to the data that was released on Wednesday, the MBA's weekly survey shows that the 30-year fixed rate mortgage rate falling to around 7.06%, which is down from the previous 7.16% just a week ago. So yes, guys, even though they said that it dropped, it was only by 0.1 of a percentage point. But anyways, that is some good news. And will we continue to see the mortgage rates go down? Probably not, especially considering that the Fed chairman just raised rates once again. But anyways, guys, hey, the mortgage prices are probably going to start coming down as well as these interest rates continue to go up. No one's buying homes right now, and those individuals that are pretty much real estate agents, they are really suffering right now. Guys, I know me, myself, I know several real estate agents right now, and they pretty much haven't sold a home in the last 30 to 60 days, which is going to be very hard and tightening for them and their families. So again, guys, that is exactly what we have going on in this particular country right now. Everything is so screwed up, and everybody is blaming President Biden, as well as some individuals are blaming the former President Donald Trump. But that is why we need some fresh meat in Washington, D.C., and hopefully we will get that come 2024. But anyways, guys, we do have some good news in regards to the war in Ukraine, which is very shocking because this is just a crazy show that has been going on over the past 9 months. But guys, we do have this good information because Russia just stated that they will actually be willing to rejoin Ukraine in regards to the grain shipment deal. And guys, if you're not familiar with this, this is pretty much because every other country gets a lot of grains from Ukraine, in which Russia, they shut this off about 3 to 4 months ago. But now it looks like they are trying to renegotiate this particular deal to allow Ukraine and their shipment ports to be able to ship out grains from their country. And these particular grains are used for several different products that are pretty much used all around the world, United States as well as other countries. So guys, this is definitely some good news because a lot of countries are not necessarily able to make different foods and different things like that. But this is definitely some positive news. And it says right here that Russia said on Wednesday that it would resume participation in an agreement allowing for grain exports to leave Ukrainian ports days after suspending its involvement over an alleged attack on its Black Sea. But yes, guys, the grain deal that was signed back in July was a crucial step to help alleviate the deepening food crisis around the world. And right now, Russia says that it wants to play a little bit of fairness here, and it wants to renegotiate and restart this particular export of these grains leaving the Ukrainian ports. So guys, this is definitely some good news, and it does help a little bit in regards to the food crisis that Americans are dealing with as well as other countries as well, guys. So yes, guys, we finally are hearing some good news coming out of this war from Ukraine. But guys, we do know that it was a war that was unprovoked. So we really just want this war to end right now, guys. Will it ever stop? So far, it doesn't look like it because Putin is continuing to push out nuclear threats as well as continuing to bomb every single place in Ukraine right now. So again, guys, we will continue to keep those in our prayers in the meantime. But moving on, guys, hey, we do know coming up in a couple of weeks, guys, everyone is excited because it's going to be Thanksgiving, which is also known as Turkey Day. Yes, guys, but there is a little bit of bad news because we have a recent report that is showing us that there is a shortage of turkeys that is looming on our horizon. Right here, guys, it talks about turkey shortage looming on bigger birds this Thanksgiving. Yes, guys, it says that the United States government is warning of a big shortage of big birds this Thanksgiving, and this is because of this year's avian flu outbreaks. Finding 20-pound turkeys in some regions of the country could be challenging, according to the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture. But also that is in regards to this particular low shortage of large birds. Yes, there was a bird flu that has killed more than 8 million turkeys, according to the new CDC data. So again, guys, I know you're excited because you're ready to eat some turkey, to eat some ham, as well as all of the other fixings to go with it. But you might not have a large turkey this Thanksgiving, guys. So you definitely want to be mindful of that. But you want to still spend time with your family and enjoy the time as we have it right here, guys. But anyways, guys, hey, we do need to talk about some information in regards to some stimulus relief aid, some stimulus news. And that is because, first off, the Biden administration is now providing around $13 billion to help lower Americans' energy bills. Yes, guys, this is huge because we know that the energy cost in this country has been going up, especially because of a result in regards to the war in Ukraine. And now the Biden administration is planning on doing something about it. Yes, guys, on Wednesday, the Biden administration announced $13 billion in funds to provide winter heating assistance for lower-income Americans, including $4.5 billion through the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, which is also known as the LAHEAP program. In addition to the LAHEAP funding provided through the Department of Health and Human Services, the White House announced $9 billion in Inflation Reduction Act funds for energy efficiency upgrades to low-income households. So yes, guys, this is huge because we know that low-income Americans are really struggling right now, especially with the inflation going on in this country, with gas prices, food prices, as well as the food crisis. Yes, guys, there is a lot to deal with right now, especially with the energy costs continuing to go up every single month. But anyways, guys, this particular funding support is going to include enough funds to install 500,000 heat pumps, as well as to provide upgrades to 500,000 homes, according to the White House. As well as the White House also said that this would include separate rebate programs for whole home upgrades and appliances. So yes, guys, you definitely want to be mindful of that and research this information. But also the White House officials are also said that there are some initiatives are part of a broader goal to deploy at least 12 million heat pumps by the end of the decade. So yes, guys, what is that? Around 7 more years or so? But anyways, guys, that is exactly what the Biden administration as well as Congress is trying to do to help the low-income Americans in this country. So we definitely want to be grateful for that. But also, not just including that, guys, we also have some other information, and that is because, according to President Biden, he is now saying that around 16 million student loan debt relief applicants have actually applied for the student loan forgiveness plan that was approved by President Biden a few months ago. So yes, guys, 16 million people, and they're expected around 22 million people to apply for the student loan debt forgiveness plan. But anyways, guys, so far 16 million people have applied. So yeah, guys, this is definitely some huge information because they're saying that these checks could go out within the next 2 weeks. So if you yourself have student loan debt or you know someone, you definitely want to let them know that they can now apply for the student loan forgiveness plan that is introduced by the Biden administration. This is going to be able to wipe away either $10,000 or up to $20,000 of student loan debt. So you definitely don't want to miss out on this, guys, because this is going to help a lot of Americans right now. It won't help you all together, but at least wiping away $10,000 or $20,000 is definitely a huge burden being knocked off of your debt in regards to your credit report. And if you don't know whether or not you are qualified for this, you definitely want to apply anyway, guys, because all they can tell you is no. But anyways, if you can at least get $10,000 wiped off, that will help you out tremendously, especially as the student loan debt payments are about to start being required to be paid off once again, guys. Yes, they are saying that from the Biden administration as well. So this is coming at definitely a great time, guys. So definitely want to be mindful of that. And then last but not least, guys, we do want to go ahead and talk about these $350 cash payments for the state of Georgia. Yes, guys, there's a little bit of messy stuff going on in regards to these payments, but here's the information that we have so far, guys. Right here, you can see it says that inside the messy rollout of Governor Kemp's $350 cash payments to Georgians. Right here, guys, it says that the rollout of Governor Brian Kemp's cash payments to millions of low-income Georgia residents and families has been a mess for many from the outset. For nearly 2 months, Georgians have reported that they've had transactions decline, their cards being suspended, and even the money stolen before it actually was able to be spent. So yes, guys, according to Governor Kemp's office, he said that the plan, which uses federal COVID aid dollars, was designed to help people cope with the pandemic and record inflation. But nearly a dozen recipients have told Axios and AGC reporters that the state has been struggling with the rollout thus far, leaving many resorting to giving each other advice on social media about how to troubleshoot their problems that they are receiving in the state of Georgia. So far, they are saying that 2 legal experts are telling Axios and the Atlanta Journal that the administration of these payments violated federal data privacy regulations, something that the state denies as of today. And they are also saying from individuals in the state that are suffering from this, they're saying that, look, we can't hardly make it day to day already. But a recipient from Carrollton who reported most of her children's money was actually stolen from her account. And now not getting the anticipated money puts everybody in another struggle, in another piece of mess, she is saying. But yes, guys, the State Department of Human Services, which administers the payments through a third-party vendor, reports that $1 billion has been sent to 3 million Medicaid, SNAP, TANF, and Peach Care for Kids recipients. But just under half of that money has actually been successfully spent. And yes, since September the 20th, which is when they launched this particular program, DHS said on Facebook that they have been inundated with tens of thousands of complaints about their declined transactions, suspended cards, or even stolen funds. So yes, guys, it looks like those individuals in Georgia are really dealing with this huge issue, which they pretty much shouldn't have to go through this, guys. And this particular money was designated for these low-income Americans, and others are ended up stealing this money. That's not a good look, guys. It is definitely not a good look. So anyways, guys, I hope that they figure this thing out in Georgia, because these Americans are struggling and they need their money. They need their cash, especially if the government, the local government, has provided and said that they are guaranteeing this particular money of $350 cash payments to these Americans. They definitely deserve to receive this money. And the administration of Governor Kemp is going to have to do something about it, guys. They are going to have to use more of the COVID money that they received during the pandemic in the particular stimulus funds, and I hope they get this thing situated, guys. And if you live in Georgia, hey, comment down below and let me know your situation in Georgia in regards to these cash payments, either received by you or either they have been stolen, or whichever it is, guys. Let me know down below in the comment section, guys, and I hope that they get this thing figured out very soon. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the items down below, because it is a great way for you to support this channel, as well as a great way for you to earn some free money, some free cash, as well as how you can earn 12 free stocks from Webull. Anyways, if you are interested, those links will be down below. But anyways, guys, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.